Now we are tasting the kubbeh to see who makes it better, me or my mom.
Today we're making a very special recipe that our grandma Teta Farideh always used to make. She picked it up during her time living in Iraq. We always called it Kubbet Ruz, and she'd always make it for us anytime she came to visit. She'd always make extra, put it in the freezer so we could have it after she left. This is a dish that we would always crave and want whenever she came to visit. Sadly, our Teta Farideh passed away this late this past January, and lately we found ourselves really craving that dish, and so we wanted to make it with our dad today as a way to remember her.
The visit before my mom passed away, I went to Florida, and while my mom was preparing to make the Kubbet Ruz, I decided to take a video of the steps and the ingredients and how it's made. طيب هلا بنضيف اللحمة المطحونة على باكيتين الكريم اوف رايس.
بعدين بدك تحط مي هلا عشان
ملح، فلفل، قرفة، وشوية نطمج وفلفل أسود. The only person in the whole family knew how to cook the kubbeh was my mom. Every time I go to Florida to visit her, she asked me, what do you want to eat? And I go there, she surprised me with the Kubbet Ruz. Kubbet Ruz was our favorite dish. She learned that while she was living in Iraq. So today we are going to, what is the word?
Replicate.
Replicate the Kubbet Ruz. Now we're gonna talk about the ingredients. First ingredient is cream of rice, and then chuck roast beef. We have onions that goes in the stuffing with the beef, garlic that goes on the top after it's cooked, salt, black pepper, 7 spice, cinnamon, allspice, and little nutmeg, and then we cook it in tomato sauce. Okay, so put the cream of rice. We're gonna grind the meat for the stuffing, the meat and the onions, and add the spices to it. Now we grind all the meat chuck roast. We're gonna mix it with the rice and see if it's enough meat. If not, we have to add, then we add water to it. We add water and mix the meat with the rice. Consistency should look like that. More red, more meat than rice. We need to season it a little bit. We're not supposed to because the stuffing is gonna be seasoned, but to give it a little bit taste. Okay, now we're gonna put the rice and the meat into a food processor and process it to make it very fine, so we could stuff it with meat and onions. Finished processing in the food processor, and this is the finished product for the shell. So we're gonna start stuffing it with the hashway and make it a little bit watery, but it's good, beautiful, nice job. No way I could make it the same like my mom, but we are trying. The mix has the chuck roast grounded thicker, more coarse than the kubbeh. We add
Onions.
2 heads of onions. Okay,
Now what?
now we add 1 teaspoon of salt.
In your hand or in the bowl?
In my hand. 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, 1 teaspoon of black pepper.
The smallest bowls, man.
And this is 7 spice, half. Okay, half cinnamon. Okay, this is allspice, a little bit.
A little bit.
Allspice,
More?
yeah. More, little bit more. And give me a little bit of nutmeg. Let me see.
That's it.
Yeah, dump the whole thing of nutmeg. And nutmeg. And now we mix them together. Let's see the color. We might need to add more spices. Preparing the kubbeh. We're stuffing the outer shell, which is the rice mixed with the meat, and stuff it with meat and onions this way. And we make it into balls. Whoa, too big.
Tennis ball.
This is not tennis ball. This is
Soccer ball.
soccer ball.
Tennis ball. Right?
This is too much.
A lot of the other Arabic food we grew up eating, we never really saw or even heard of Kubbet Ruz outside of when our grandma Teta Farideh would make it for us. So in preparation for making it today, I wanted to learn a little bit about it. So it turns out what's called Kubbet Ruz is a variation on what a lot of people call Kubbet Halab. Obviously, Kubbeh from Halab, is the city of Aleppo in Syria. It's also called like Iraqi rice kubbeh or rice-filled beef croquettes. And like most kubbeh, the shell is either ground beef or lamb, but for Kubbet Halab, it's like rice and potatoes. I know a lot of people probably have different ways that they make it. It's also sometimes called yellow kubbeh because the traditional version has turmeric, sometimes raisins in it, so that's why it's called the yellow kubbeh. This version, I think, as far as I can tell, even though we call it Kubbet Ruz, because it is boiled instead of fried like Kubbet Halab, is more similar to Kubbet Mosul.
Mosul. Mosul is a city in Iraq.
Yeah, I know. So it's more similar to that, and then I even dug up, and it looks like the kind that we are making and eat, obviously with cream of rice, is more similar to something called Kubbeh Hamoud or Kubbeh and sour soup, which is often made either in like a thick yogurt sauce or like we're making it today in tomato sauce. And there's even something historically, you go back further, the Syrians used to make called, I think, Kubbet Perde, which translates to Kubbeh in Bulgar. And so obviously they've all kind of changed and tweaked. And this is just the kind based off our grandma's specific recipe. I don't know if she adapted it off of what, but this is just how she always made it. And this is from the recipe our dad got in the video. So we're making it her way. If you know anything more about it, let us know in the comments about your knowledge of Kubbet Halab or any of these kind of variations.
Take these and freeze them for about half an hour, so when we cook them, they don't break down in the tomato sauce. Okay, now we have to cook the tomato sauce. While the kubbeh in the freezer, we are cooking the tomato sauce to be ready to cook the kubbeh in the tomato sauce. Been frozen for half an hour now, and the tomato sauce been boiling, so we're gonna cook the kubbeh in the tomato sauce slowly. They're cooking for half an hour. Now it's time to take them out and taste them, see which are better, mom's or mine. So we plate them and we put some fresh garlic on the top. Actually, the garlic should go in the maye.
Is it hot?
It's good.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Anyways, this is a very special dish for us. We always enjoyed when our grandma would make it for us. We all know everyone has those special dishes, so let us know what yours are in the comments. Hit a like and subscribe, and if you enjoyed it, share it with friends. And see you next time.
Bon appetit.